Because then you'd have value.
Yeah. What would I know?
Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Alright.
Perhaps you should leave the race to the professionals.
I know. That's why I take care of them. I'm on a roll right now. I don't know about you, but I'm on fire right now.
You're not on fire. If I really wanted to, I could make your asshole look like a yawning hippo's mouth.
Yeah, but you want to know what's going to happen afterwards? I'm going to go sleep at my nice
Oh?
80-degree bed, and you're going to be stuck in your fucking igloo.
Look, I'm not gonna take this line down from someone like Crazy Dave from fucking Planet.
Well, of course you're going to take it lying down, Kyle, because you're too cold to stand up. Oh, oh, damn. Oh, that's good. Oh, I make myself laugh sometimes. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm my biggest fan.
Yes, I am cool. And you know what else is cool?
What?
Having another body to lay down next to you. Have you ever had that?
No, because I don't make enough money to pay women to sleep next to me, but, I mean, good for you. Hang on, the insane message.
Concession accepted.
You're right, Kyle. You know what, Kyle? I will give you the concession that I have not been able to pay a woman to sleep next to me. You are absolutely right, Kyle. I will accept that L because we do not have brothels legal in the United States.
You could just go to fucking Vegas.
I went to Vegas. It doesn't work that way. But that's beside the point. Okay, so are you ready? Are we done for now?
Tell you what.
No. All right.
When you come back here, I will give you $200 free of charge. No fucking. It's a gift, and I'll take you somewhere. How's that sound?
We'll see how it goes, Kyle. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know when I plan to make the trip to Australia.
Yeah.
All right. So we normally stream on Thursdays on Kyle's channel, but because Metal Gear Solid 4 has never been ported over to any other console, we can't really play it. So
It's also like how long are the cutscenes?
So
Yeah, 11 hours. It's an 11-hour movie.
No.
There's probably like 4 hours of like pure gameplay.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So the actual cutscenes are 7 hours and 40 minutes. This is a gameplay with cutscenes that's only 3 hours longer. It is very much the movie Kojima always wanted to, create.
Kojima never wanted to make games. He wanted to make movies. He was just waiting for technology to catch up to his vision. And this is the culmination.
Hang on. What the heck's going on? No. Gosh darn it. Hey, when that happens. There we go. How strong is Crazy Dave with all his plants? No clue. I have not scaled Plants vs. Zombies. But, so, with that in mind, we are going to be watching on...
Would you, for Plants vs. Zombies, would you just be using the original games, or would you also be using the multiplayer game?
You would have to use the multiplayer game as well. I'm just going to move this over here. Because for doodles. Alright, cool. Does that work? That does work. Alright, so with that said, we'll be watching a YouTuber's playthrough of this. And yeah, if you have not seen the other parts to this series, feel free to check it out on Balrog's channel. I will either link it down below or I'll have him link his own channel in the comment section of the stream. So, with that said, let us enjoy Kojima's masterpiece.
I should put this into like some sort of fucking
playlist.
Yeah, of some sort.
Probably be a good idea.
So, who is David Hayter?
I'm...
Accomplished actor, screenwriter,
The fuck is
voice of a
this?
generation.
Well,
Citizen of the world.
yeah, well, I never...
Ripped from the comfortable childhood in Canada, thrown into the turbulent waters of adolescence in Kobe, Japan. How did you stay afloat?
You mean in high school? Well, my dad got transferred overseas, and it was a really excellent experience, actually.
It's actually part of the game, or is this
Great.
like extra?
Grateful.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
What is your
What
biggest
the fuck?
secret, David?
Pardon me?
You can tell us.
Oh, well, it's not much of a secret, but I have a tattoo of Kobe behind my ear.
Tattoo, splendid.
Yeah, it's not terribly big.
What are you wearing?
You know, I was kind of joking about this being like a
What do you
movie,
mean?
but
Why are
like,
you here?
what?
Oh, well, I was hoping to promote my new movie.
Movie.
Just coming off of the set.
No, David Hayter. Why here, wearing an eye patch?
Oh, the eye patch. This is pretty cool, actually. Gives me real-time information and you know, weather, traffic reports.
What the fuck
actually
am
watching
I
baseball games.
watching?
It's big.
What drives you? What are your dreams?
Is this the way Kojima sees interviews? Because this is like a terrible
Yes.
interview.
You know, I'd have to say my dream project.
Let your dreams drive you. Ah, a message of hope to today's young people from David Hayter.
I never actually said that.
I've never actually watched this portion, so this is definitely interesting.
You know what this feels like? This feels like trailers before a movie.
Okay, so this one I believe is an actual trailer, right? Okay, that one is a trailer. That was a commercial. I actually had to pause for a second and look at the bar at the bottom to make sure that was.
I had to do that too because I'm just thinking there's no way Kojima is that innovative that he put something like that in this.
Oh, that's great. Oh. In the not too distant future, an entire battlefield war has become routine. Yeah. Sounds about right. I'm gonna be so upset when he wins Game of the Year this year.
Oh, I didn't realize Jennifer had it.
I'll tell you fair, you haven't played this game all that much, I'm assuming.
No, I've only ever.
You only ever played it the once?
No, I've only ever watched. I've never.
Oh, so you never actually played the game?
No, I've never played.
That's wild. So, for context, I believe this game takes place. Is it 5 years after Sons of the Patriots? Or no. 5 years after the second game?
War
Ooh,
has changed.
it doesn't like it's the
It's no longer about nations, ideologies, or ethnicity. It's an endless series of proxy battles fought by mercenaries and machines.
So war never changed.
War and its consumption of life has become a well-oiled machine. War has changed. ID tag soldiers carry ID tagged weapons, use ID tag gear. Nanomachines inside their bodies enhance and regulate their abilities. Genetic control.
Yep,
Information control.
Kojima was so close to
Battlefield control.
had
Everything.
just a little bit more information. This would all be robots and AI. He would, wouldn't he?
Probably. Hang on. Is it gun? There we go.
Well, no, because like if you look where Rising with Vengeance goes, he's not far off.
No, yeah, they get really fucking close to what would happen in the future. But I mean, that's just like a good sign of the consistency Kojima brings to his series. Hang on.
If he ever did Rising with Vengeance 2, I reckon it'd be scarily on point with where we are.
This monitor.
He's always had
And
good
kept
social
under
commentary,
control.
whether or not you agree with him.
War has changed. The age of deterrence has become the age of control. All in the name of averting catastrophe from weapons of mass destruction. And he who controls the battlefield controls history. War has changed.
You think he gets paid
When the
like
battlefield is
an
under total
extra
control,
time every time he says
war
that?
becomes routine.
But yeah.
There is absolutely no difference between that gun and a normal gun. It Snake's still not like it because it's not a normal gun.
No, I think it doesn't.
Kyle, hang on. I'm gonna leave and rejoin. All right, speak.
I think he drops the gun because the gun doesn't see him as the owner, so he can't actually use.
I mean that would if that's
So that's the whole. That's the whole point of the ID tags.
well, I understand what the ID tags do, but he's able to shoot one or two shots before it stops. So I guess if that's the reason, that's fine. Kind of raises the question why you wouldn't bring your own gun at that point. Well, you know, I guess it's a Solid Snake. You know, how dare I question him?
Because isn't that the entire point of Rebin game? Is that he runs without ID tags?
Yeah. I will say I find it funny there's that whole interview about the... What?
I like how they do gameplay for like 5 seconds. Now back to a 5-minute cutscene.
How dare you disrespect the movie? Well, I actually will say it's kind of funny that like Kojima has a section of David Hayter being disrespected to show like how bad interviews are, and yet Kojima kind of treats David Hayter like super poorly as a fucking asset. There's a reason why Konami ended up siding with David Hayter to be sort of like the face of the new Metal Gear project. That's how I'm gonna phrase that one.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Yeah, soon.
It is. You must be excited.
Yes, we'll be getting to that after Rising with, which will not be the game that we're doing. That will be Sly Cooper 3.
Oh, we got another cutscene already. You know, I actually get kind of worried because I start thinking we're gonna get to like some actual gameplay, but then Kojima just reminds me that it's not this type of game. So by this point in the game, or by this point in the lore, have nanomachines already started suppressing people's emotions, or that can be discussed later on?
Yes. We're at the point now where everyone can kill each other and fight without fear. Pressing.
Hit him hard!
Okay, that's what I figured.
You know, if Kojima was less of a coward, he would have just called this Metal Gear Solid 4 the movie. Because let's be fair, if this was in cinema, it would have won like fucking awards.
No, Kyle, because animated movies can't be taken seriously for awards.
If this wasn't Metal Gear and you called it something else, and they say, I shit you not, it would have won awards.
No, yeah, 100%. The geckos, I believe.
Yes. There's the law reason why they moo isn't the law reason they're actually cows, so they don't try and break out. So they get close.
I think it's something to that effect, yeah. Kojima does explain it.
Is that in a codec or is that in a cutscene?
I thought it's gonna be in the codex. So we'll see. If it's in a cutscene, we'll see it. Senator Armstrong versus Nemesis. Technically Armstrong scales higher, but I think there reaches a point where you just can't kill Nemesis.
Well, it kind of depends. This is where the weird part comes to it. Does the G virus infect via contact with the blood, or does the blood have to be ingested?
So this is where it gets really interesting. Both viruses are technically are in the air. It's really weird. Because the G virus is airborne.
I know the T and the G can infect via airborne pathogens. I was wondering more if like there was a contact aspect as well.
Technically there doesn't need to be. It would just be airborne. It's just that the characters we play as just for whatever reason don't get infected.
I think like the research would be basically just told us that that's why.
What was that? You got out there.
The research like 2 years ago was movie came out. I think it was like Death Island or something. The explanation they gave is basically they're built different. That's why when they get stung by like the infected mosquitoes, they don't turn straight away.
Valid. So yeah, no. So then technically, it would just come down to: do you think nanomachines can stop viruses or infections? But I don't.
I'm gonna say no. That.
Honestly, I don't think they ever demonstrate doing that. And unfortunately for Armstrong, his body's not mechanical to where you can argue he just wouldn't be infected. Oh! Did you see that, Kyle? Did you see that? It's a cardboard box! Please use the cardboard box to escape.
So, the biggest problem that Armstrong has is that his nanomachines activate only due to physical trauma. There is a cheap trauma ever happened to trigger him.
Repeat that again.
So, the problem with Armstrong is that his nanomachines are triggered via physical trauma.
Yeah.
And there is a percentage chance that the virus will not trigger a trauma response within the nanomachines to activate.
I'm going to say they don't activate to the virus, unless, because we went through the guidebooks and everything, and I don't remember them saying anything about that. So unless there's a scam we missed, I don't think so.
Well, because we also went through all the codexes for Rising with Vengeance, and the only thing that we know about Armstrong's nanomachines is that they're anti-vibrational. That's it.
Yeah. The best way I would say it is that that's going to be a fight where even if Armstrong doesn't get infected, it's basically a battle that the longer the fight goes on, the worse it becomes for Armstrong. But Armstrong would have a massive advantage early on. Because I think the highest we can scale Resident Evil characters being generous is like, what, fucking massively hypersonic?
Based off Chris's ability that is stated in Village, you can put him at lightning timing, but that's only during the activation of his ability. Whether or not you want to scale that to Wesker at his peak, or Jill after she's been tampered with by Wesker, is going to be up to you.
Yeah, so again, like, best case scenario, you get, like, massively hypersonic, and I think worst case scenario for Armstrong, he's still going to be FTL.
Oh no, he would definitely be, like, faster than light. He would scale above everyone in the series up to that point.
Yeah, so this would be an example of a matchup where technically Armstrong shouldn't lose, but Nemesis might just outlast him. Because Armstrong's nanomachines can also power down.
This is a situation where Nemesis is going to outlast him and he's going to out-hack him. Because he would also have a way better healing factor, and there is nothing that Armstrong can physically pull out that's going to be able to put Nemesis down permanently.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fight where, in the end, Nemesis just wins due to factors outside of, like, raw strength and speed. Oh no, they're checking the cardboard box. No place for Hideo. They know about the tactics of the cardboard box. Does Nemesis have adapted or not? Yeah. Almost all the viruses in Resident Evil have some degree of adaptation. Some are better than others, though. Dude, we're still in the opening fucking credits. Yeah.
I kind of feel really nostalgic now that we're here, especially going through all of the games now.
I was gonna say, we've actually gone on this journey with Snake throughout every single... Well, I guess not this Snake, but technically both of them. And
Well, we started from the beginning of the timeline, so I feel really nostalgic now.
Yeah, because now we're finally making it to the end, technically. It definitely has a little bit of a bittersweet taste to it. We've made it, but we've made it. What's up, Newman? Do you think Nemesis can adapt to Armstrong's nanomachines? So, theoretically, Nemesis would keep getting stronger as the fight goes on, but... well, fuck, actually... Armstrong's not that strong anymore. He's still strong, but, like... The reason...
Well, let me put it to you another way so you can get your thoughts about this, so you can respond. Nemesis doesn't need to. The question is whether or not the nanomachines can stop the G. If it can't stop the G, then it's not going to matter.
Well, no. Nemesis is T. He's just like a really advanced version of T. Remember that. Nemesis is like the pinnacle of what the T-Virus could have done at the time. But well, we're gonna ignore the T Alexia virus for reasons.
Or do you mean the T Abyss that allows
We're gonna
and camouflage?
listen. I'm going to just say that the T-Virus's base form is kind of ass, but every single version of the T-Virus that's an evolved version is actually really fucking stupid. Okay, so to clarify, if you mean could Nemesis adapt to the nanomachines physically, technically no. Like, I mean, he would be able to hurt Armstrong's, like, over time, but Armstrong's nanomachines are still going to stop the punches. It's just that it wouldn't really matter. Because he could just outlast Armstrong. Also, Newman.
You have a situation of where either Armstrong is going to lose all of his power before Nemesis dies, or God forbid he does enough damage, he's going to mutate Nemesis into a form that's going to be able to withstand anything he throws at him. Because don't think of the other forms that Jill fights as what he's going to be limited to. Because by all rights, he can mutate into any kind of different form he needs to, depending on the opponent. He just happened to look like that due to the circumstances of damage he got.
What was Snake even saluting in this scene? Is it supposed to be Big Boss in this scene?
War.
Does Nemesis need to die first to adapt to Doomsday? No.
Otacon, even the dead have ears.
Snake, we've got to go. You've got an old friend waiting for you.
Otacon, the test results.
Proteome analysis was positive, but the mRNA analysis turned up negative. The wrinkled skin, the hardened arteries. Your early aging symptoms look like classic Werner syndrome. But none of the tests were able to pinpoint the cause.
So,
Well, judging by how rapidly the aging has progressed, I'd say
a year at best, right?
yeah.
This is actually such a really ballsy move on Kojima's part to not really have a good ending for these characters.
Snake, let's try another doctor.
It won't make any difference. I'm not an ordinary man to begin with. Not to mention Fox die.
Was it Fox Die that did this to him, or was it just being born the way he was? It was the Fox Die, right?
You're right.
No, it's being born the way he was.
But we don't.
He was born to have a shorter lifespan and not be able to reproduce.
Naomi.
You know what's the saddest part about all of this? That Otacon is about to lose another person he loves for a third game in a row.
Yeah, but to be fair to Otacon, at least he ends up fucking, he's not entirely alone in the future.
True, he does have Sunny. He becomes, what, his adoptive daughter, technically?
Yeah, he basically ends up adopting Sunny, and then based on what Sunny says, he ends up, like, fucking getting laid every night for the most part.
He actually ends up doing really, really well with the ladies.
It's probably after his heart's been broken so many times, he probably just, like, doesn't really care anymore. and then that's when things end up working out for him. That's all it takes. Just losing everything over and over and over again.
You see, Ryden, I live on this airbase, so I don't have to listen to him plow everyone.
What's the phrase? Suffering builds character. They did it because
Next time we... No, you know what? He's such a massive nerd that next time we see Otacon in the series, he's just going to have the Simpsons Mr. Plow shirt on.
They did it because they feared Snake could become a far more dangerous than even Big Boss if he were Liquid and Solidus rebelled. No one hears a word they say.
I'm not a colonel.
Hello, Amir. You're new here.
Anymore, Snake.
I figured the only place I'd see you dressed like that would be at your daughter's wedding.
All right, a little bit.
What are you doing these days?
I'm working for an organization under the UN Security Council.
Snake, I am the
Analysis and assessment.
I am part of the service. What, you didn't like that one?
No, I'm just gonna. I'm basically just like shadow banning that guy.
Staff of the PMC Oversight and Inspection Committee.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
What did he do?
He just started typing in gibberish. And like either he's a bot or he's a troll. And at that point, like either or doesn't matter, you know.
Look, we're not going to take like everything we ever go through. We're not going to take this too seriously. We know what the story is. We're going to crack jokes along with it. If you don't like jokes, then go watch the cutscenes yourself.
Well, no. Like it was just a random fucking guy, but like he wasn't posting anything in reference to what was going on. He just kept posting random gibberish, and like he wouldn't respond to like my comment asking like what's up, and I'm just like, okay, you're probably a bot at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to repeat the joke I said, or should we just move on?
Do you want to repeat the joke? I feel like you want to repeat the joke.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if it's funny a third time, because I don't know if you heard it or not.
Oh no. That's the saddest thing. His fucking joke landed flat because of someone else. Now he doesn't know what to do with himself.
I'll just do it again just for reference. Snake, I'm not a colonel anymore. I'm part of the NTR commission.
I'll never understand what the fuck Kojima's idea was with that one. Who's smarter, Otacon or Bulma? Bulma.
Passed a few years ago.
I don't know what his entire
I came across
like
some.
in the first place. Because this does not help. This game does not help matters for her and Raiden's story.
Listen, all you need to know is that Raiden just gets treated like shit for no reason.
I want people to understand. 5 came out to try and patch up the problems that 2 and 4 had in terms of storytelling, but it did none of those. It just made more fucking questions.
As is tradition.
Information in my work. We found him. In the Middle East.
What?
You do realize that guy who was saying gibberish was just singing Duran Duran's Invisible? You know, the MGS meme? Okay. So, if that's true, then I'm going to unmute the guy. But I feel like if the guy you're watching stream like asks you a question, I feel like you kind of like respond back to that. Like if that's the case, my bad. I apologize. I just genuinely thought that was a bot at that point.
Or if you're gonna do something like that, make it clear with the first message that you're gonna be like referencing a song or a meme or something.
So to be clear, you should check out the song. Well, Duran Duran having music is fine, but like, so I guess I should clarify something. We're not really MGS. Like, I mean, we're fans of Metal Gear, but we're not like really into the Metal Gear community. we've been going through the games over the course of a year streaming.
We've done a couple of videos on topics, but
yeah, but like we're not super
we're not
into the community.
deep. Yeah, we're not super deep into it.
So like
We know enough to have we know enough to have conversations. We know enough to scale it, but we're not in such a know that we would get like insider memes.
Yeah. So again, I apologize to the guy if he ends up seeing this later on, or if he's still here. My bad. Yeah, but the song is cool as fuck. No, I'm sure it is. I mean, I personally like Duran Duran. I think they're very solid. Finished my first Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough on Tactician. Yeah,
the only Duran Duran song I know is "Hungry Like the Wolf."
Gosh, you're so fucking basic, Kyle.
That's not my fault. It's the only song I know. It's the only song my mum would ever play from Duran Duran. Other than that, I don't know any other Duran Duran songs.
Listen, I'll educate you later.
I'm sorry, I was more of a Franz Ferdinand person.
That's fair. That's fair. How strong is Minecraft, Steve? Someone made a video about that one, but I haven't scaled Minecraft. The community is...
I like that I said that obscure band, and you're just like, you know what, I'll accept that apology.
Well, Franz Ferdinand's not that obscure anymore because I believe their song made it into Edge Runners. The community is gaslighting itself into thinking this was the main theme of MGS5, which is really funny. The MGS5 came out in 2015, the song came out in 2021. Now everyone thinks it was the main theme because of the memes. Yeah, again, I'm not a part of, like, super deep into the Metal Gear community. So, like, I wouldn't even get the reference to begin with. So.
The best you're going to get for this channel when you talk to us, if you want to know, like, a series that we're really deep into, that we would know the memes, do Devil May Cry memes. We would know that.
Yeah, that would be, like, your best bet. But, yeah. So, again, my bad, you know. I was a little quick to the trigger there, maybe. My bad. Sorry, I've had some... We've had some bad experiences over the years when it comes to, like, randoms on stream. So, my bad. My bad.
We've had a few...
What?
We've had a few raids due to our opinions.
Yeah. Sorry again. Sorry about that.
Explain along the way.
Can you watch it quickly and react to it? No. So...
No, because Duran... That's a copyrighted song.
Yeah, so this is the way YouTube Music works. If you're on Twitch, it's a lot easier to watch music videos and stuff and not have issues. When you're on YouTube, some companies are a lot more vicious in their, like, copyright than others are. And
some don't care. Others care a lot.
I've already had a strike, like, a couple years ago on my channel. It's gone now. But, like, that was, like, 6 months of not being able to stream or release videos over 10 minutes. And that was terrible. So, I try to avoid that. I have not played Final Fantasy VII Remake all the way through, Dark Lord, so I can't answer that question. And I also did not buy the sequel of the remake when it was on sale.
I played 7's Remake all the way through. What's the question?
He's just asking how powerful Sephiroth is, or how strong is Sephiroth.
Won't be able to get that until you get to 2's remake, which I haven't played yet. It's still on my list. I've just got to, like, eventually get to it.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for the price to drop for it.
Yeah, there was a sale a while back, there was a sale for Steam, but I just forgot to buy it. Those music industry practices are really mood killers. Yeah.
Before it's too late.
Liquid's made his move. We found him.
He's preparing to unleash his insurrection. Liquid is lying in wait in a Middle
to be
Eastern
honest,
war zone.
For sure this game, though, does a really good job of, like, ending
down.
Snake's story, for sure.
Absolutely. It's going to be up to your interpretation, but it does bring a conclusive end to Snake's saga.
Yes, there is a novel that goes more in detail about events in the game. I remember reading some of the fight in the novel.
Does 4 have an all?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
be a good idea to give that everyone one of these days.
Mm.
Only 2 eggs today? Solidus must have taken the day off. 7, 8, 9, 2, 5, 9, 0, 3, 6, 0, 3, 3, 0, 5, 3.
Guys, I do you one better. How strong is Jin
8,
Kazama
2,
currently?
4, 6,
And would he be able to defeat Ryu? Jin Kazama was actually weaker, I think, after losing the Devil Gene. Fridays.
The Manhattan incident triggered
Depends on how
serious
you
public
end of 7 or 8. The end of 8.
Doesn't he lose the Devil Gene though? Because like, don't they like basically just wipe the gene out of both of
He-
them?
So what ends up happening is he loses the Devil Gene, but he ends up basically becoming an angel, technically.
Yeah, but doesn't he also lose that power up too?
It's never said that he loses that one.
Okay, I was under the impression Angel Jin is no longer accessible.
I'm going to be honest with people. Ryu versus Jin always came down to what were you willing to give Ryu. It was never what you were willing to give Jin. Because Jin has way more blatant feats than Ryu.
At the current moment, using the blog that we went with, I think Jin takes it. If we use the information from that Fist of the North Star blog. But would Solid Snake beat Flaccid Snake? Probably, but you know what the funniest thing is? They're probably what if all 8 babies had survived, one of them probably would have been called Flaccid Snake.
backlash. Now the U.S. has to think twice before intervening militarily in other countries' affairs.
You think we've got a slippery snake?
What?
You think we've got a slippery snake?
I kind of wish Kojima would have actually come out and been like, these would have been the other snake code names if the others had survived.
No, I don't care what anyone says. Solidus should not have been the name. It should have been fucking Vapor.
Yeah.
Privatization, with PMCs at the heart of that movement.
PMCs? Private military companies.
That's right. PMCs have no basis in nations or ideologies. They are private enterprises, driven by profit. In addition to dispatching mercenaries to war zones, they secure weapons and train local soldiers. They're contractors for war itself, and business is good. Their clientele includes developed nations like the U.S., rebel factions looking to seize power by force, smaller countries lacking armies of their own,
Wait till Aphrodisiac Snake
even
and Azure
terrorist
Snake walk in.
groups. They're in the Americas, Asia, the South Pacific, Europe, Africa, the Middle East. The rise of the PMC has spawned a war by proxy, and it's spreading across the globe.
I've never understood
Sonny, leave him
story in
alone,
it.
okay?
Like, he makes eggs, but she's shit at making eggs. How do you fuck up making eggs?
I'm pretty sure that's the point, is that fucking, because she's a kid, she doesn't really know how to cook eggs.
But even if you have a timer, like it's very hard to fuck up an egg. You have to leave it for a long time.
Well, to be honest, they probably didn't teach her how to properly cook anything, and even though she's super smart in Revengeance, like...
Is this one of those tropes where it's like, they are absurdly smart, but they are very incapable of doing something that's super basic?
If this is the example of the trope, then yes.
Every age has its mercenary. These PMCs are nothing new. We've been dealing with them since before the turn of the century.
But how fucking evil? Yeah, this egg, nothing else with it. Toast, just an egg. Eat your egg. Oh god. Oh, I have a toast.
Sorry,
No,
I'm a little busy.
toast.
Right now.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a straight buck. Like, I know they're busy, but at the same time, it's like, Otacon, you should know that this kid maybe is not 100% like valid. You could at least take the plate, buddy.
Buddy, this 8-year-old child is looking for kind of validation.
Pentagon's
You,
new battlefield control
depending on how like you
has
take
produced
the
a
event,
decisive
like
difference
they'll get
between
on too,
hired
especially in
guns
school.
and the
You spend
PMCs
years
of
trying to get
today.
the child back to Patriots.
Yeah, because like it's not like they randomly just ended up with Sunny. They tried their hardest. Like they got her back because the mom in 2.
Okay, so this is something we need to explain. Metal Gear Solid 4 did what Devil May Cry 5 did before 5 did it, which was you need to know the Metal Gear novels before you played 4. Because you only know of Sunny's existence and how Sunny comes to be with Otacon and Snake due to 2's novel.
Yeah, because in the game you know about Sunny, or you know at least about her child. I don't know if she ever says she names it Sunny in the game.
No, she never names it. You don't even know what gender it is. All you know is that they have her child captive.
Yeah, so they actually go and rescue her. This is just them all being dicks.
Yeah. So this is why a lot of people had kind of a semi-problem with 5 story from Devil May Cry, because you need to know the supplementary material before 5 to understand everything.
Yes.
The system was developed by Arms Tech Security.
Arms Tech? You mean AT Corp?
Yeah. In recent years, AT Corp has shifted focus from weapons development to security tools. And since the establishment of AT Security, business has been booming. The system makes it possible to integrate not only micro-level information on individual soldiers and units, but also macro-level information about field conditions and order of battle.
So they finally achieved.
Well, in the same amount of time it takes him to look back and feel bad, he could have taken the egg or he could have taken a plate and literally just moved on.
Total real-time battlefield control.
Even if
Right.
it will,
And as a result, the global
didn't even have
presence
to-
of PMCs is
it will come.
He didn't even have to eat the whole thing. He could have just literally grabbed it, put it down next to him, took a bite, and she would have been happy. Can people debate Angel Jin is stronger than all Soul Calibur characters? Yeah, they can. Doesn't mean like...
But you can debate anything you want. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the truth.
grown.
Like, if I wanted to here and say that Dr. House is the smartest doctor in fiction, it won't make it correct.
Well, hold on. Is this with the Vicodin boost or not?
Oh, that's a good question.
How much drugs is House on for this statement to be
Oh, does he have max drug intake, and does he have Cuddy?
What team does he have backing him up for this discussion?
Yes.
Exclusively. Truth is,
Are they going to give me flip, or are they going to let it work?
PMCs has led to a dramatic decline in civilian casualties and human rights violations on the battlefield.
The cleaner, safer battlefield.
I think she should tossing the eggs away.
Makes for nice propaganda.
Why are there so many cigarettes?
Snake! You were smoking again, weren't you?
Smoking just a little bit? That man had the whole freaking card in there!
You were smoking a little bit. Only a little bit.
This is a non-smoking...
Snake, you were smoking the entire pack.
No, you're wrong. I smoked 2 packs.
What?
There's more.
Honey,
State
I'm
governments
dying.
and rebel
Let me have my fun.
groups can't match the maintenance price of standing forces. PMC
You think if I like snake impression?
What'd you say?
You think if I practice that, I could do a snake impression?
Yeah.
A reliable,
Just really fucking
easy to
gravelly
use.
was.
It wasn't long before everybody had them on the payroll.
Otacon is more proud of that little robot than he's ever been about Sunny at this point in his life.
And as a result, regular armies began to decline worldwide. It's hard to believe.
I would like to point out this is a gameplay walkthrough, and we have had maybe 3 minutes of
PMCs are
gameplay
beginning
talks.
to overtake conventional
Yeah.
armies in terms of scale.
We probably had a minute.
This
Nowadays,
is the
it's the
gameplay.
PMCs who serve as standard battalions.
We want to remind
Make up
people,
60% of all.
we have the full game walkthrough. This is not just watching cutscenes.
Combatant forces in zones of conflict.
I'm really looking forward to when there's
60%.
gameplay.
The fact is, the world now depends largely on PMCs
This is a
for
goddamn
waging its
movie.
wars.
Yeah, it is.
I thought it was the UN that authorized the PMC.
It'd be the hostiles in the space scene. That'd be about it, right?
What?
The only gameplay sections of like probably note is the boss fights in the chase scene with Eve.
Yes. Yeah, it's mainly just gonna be like pure cutscenes from here on in.
The U.S. abstained from voting on that resolution. In effect, Washington was endorsing PMCs without ever revealing its true intentions. Until they got wind of the uprising, that is.
The US has exported too much military power, and now she's paying the price.
That's exactly it. America has now turned war into a form of economic
So I'd like to point out, and I know the world likes to like rush on America for this stuff, and it's well deserved to some extent, but the U.S. abstained from the vote, but we are never told in this game that this was the vote that decided to make PMCs valid. We're implying that's the case, but they never flat out say the U.S.'s abstainment is what allowed PMCs to exist. I'm assuming the novel confirms that, because they're blaming America for all of this, but you could just say America was the vote that decided PMCs come into existence.
So, does every game have a novel? Because from what I understand, the games have absurd feats, but the novels go above and beyond.
So from what I understand, 1, 2, and 4 have novels. I don't think 3 does.
Really? 3 would have been great as a novel. And I'm guessing Rising Revengeance is not a novel, because that would be like a fucking fever dream.
activity. Analysts are calling it the war economy.
Look, if
That's
Rising
picking up.
Revengeance had a novel, it would either be a fever dream or one of the best things to ever read.
It would just be better off as a manga.
The slack for the downward sloping oil
Dude.
market.
You know what it would be?
But
You know how it would rock? Make it a fucking anime. It would go off. Make it a 12-episode anime.
Zim, before we start twisting on America, I'm just going to say Joe McCarthy was right. Just saying. Knew him, what the fuck?
For one, don't intend to simply stand
I'm just
by and
saying
watch
that
it
Kojima
happen.
could have a little
For the
more,
PMCs, market
directness
expansion
in
entails
this.
fanning the flames of war. It means more refugees.
War orphans, child soldiers.
Was it 1 or 2's novel that you found out Snake has some absurd, cute, close quarters combat feats?
I believe it's actually 4's novel in this fight against, it's in this fight against Liquid at the end.
Even as
Really?
PMC soldiers get more special.
No, so in 4's novel, like, you basically find out that fight is, even just the cutscene, is a lot more, like, it's a lot more 50-50 than, like, anyone wants to give it credit for. Like, that fight genuinely is, like, at any point, either one could have won.
So is that why at the very end, when Ocelot says, "You're pretty good," it's because he wasn't expected to be bested?
Yeah, no, they both went full at it. Like, the reason their moves are the same is not necessarily because they have the same moveset. They've adapted so hard to each other's fighting style that those are the only attacks that would be useful in that point. So when they start kicking each other, That's just because they both realize that's the only attack that might work at that point. No, like, it's actually a really crazy fight with the extra context.
Mercenaries spun off from state.
Man, I can't wait until we do Ada versus Ocelot. That's gonna be so fun to do.
Yeah. When we get to that fight in about fucking 7 weeks, it'll be really awesome to talk about.
Unmanned weapons.
Oh, like granted, we still got like a bunch of other projects
Kyle.
that we need to do. Not just individually, but like together we have other projects.
No, 100%. But what I mean is, like, we are 25 minutes into this, and it's already been an hour of streaming.
I guess we should be silent for a little bit.
No. Make no fucking mistake. No one is going to accuse this channel of not doing proper reactions and adding shit to this. Make no fucking mistake about that one. We are not going to be people who just leave their chair and not talk throughout half the video. I just want to make it clear that we're not getting to that fight for a long fucking time.
Yes, but let's be very fair here. That's kind of the same thing that we do with everything that we ever react to.
As we should. This is the proper way to... Gosh darn it, hang on.
Well, at least, like, let's put it this way. At least if anyone goes back to watch this, they know that we at least know our shit enough to have, like, a conversation.
Yes. Also, I like how they just include the picture of Raiden here.
Soldiers.
Because that's the only child soldier they know.
Battles in a new Cold War.
There are hundreds of PMCs in business worldwide, and their numbers are growing. Currently, 5 of them are big enough to be labeled global powers.
So, those 5 are actually my 5 first recruits in MGS5. You got Slippery Tentacle, Iron Puma. The fuck is that? Oh, Praying Mantis? Oh, he's already got the name down. Perfect. What's that? Is that a fucking... Is that a shark? Kyle, what the fuck is that animal? Kyle, what the fuck is that animal on the left?
I can't see because of your fucking head.
Are you not watching it on Discord?
No, I am, but I'm also watching it on TV so I can see a bigger picture.
I am taking it off of Discord. Fuck you. It makes you lag. Okay, we're taking it off of Discord. Alright. Bro, I wouldn't have it either way. That way it's more fun and interesting. Liu Kang versus Jin Kazama. Depends on where you scale both of them.
No, it'd be fucking Fire God Liu Kang.
Oh, yeah, Fire God. Yeah. Fire God Liu Kang absolutely outscales
The U.S. and one.
If it's regular Liu Kang, then that's more of a debate.
I know it's weird to say because, like, it's been almost 10 years now since Fire King Liu Kang's become a thing, I want to say. But I grew up in Mortal Kombat so much that, like, the default Liu Kang for me is still non-Elder God or non-God Liu Kang.
How do I put it? To me, I still know Liu Kang because my introduction to Mortal Kombat was Mortal Kombat 9.
Good game.
So it is. So to me, I know normal Liu Kang and Revenant Liu Kang. I'm not familiar with Fire God, but I know Fire God scales the Chronica. Yeah. And Chronica is like E+.
I mean, you can
like, depending on how you want to take the hourglass and like the separated timelines because of the hourglass.
I mean, you can just take his fatality if you really want to upscale him. Have you ever seen Fire God Liu Kang's like Cosmic Fatality?
I have not.
He drags his opponent into space, teleporting them into space, and he snaps his fingers, creating a black hole that rips their body apart.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
France and Russia.
Yeah. Okay, so the debate is over. The main guy from Killer Instinct gets his shit kicked in.
Since it's revealed that those 5 PMCs are run by a dummy corporation.
I never played Killer Instinct. Was it any good?
It's a little decent. I never played it enough to give a comment,
company. This mother company embodies the 5 largest PMCs. Her name is Outer Heaven.
Outer Heaven? You mean?
That's right. It's Liquid.
Liquid?
He's taken command of this immense army and is now preparing to unleash an insurrection.
I watched him die.
His will lives on, in the body of the man once known as Ocelot.
So to clarify, Snake knows this. They're just saying this for the audience. What is the best guest character in Mortal Kombat? I'm gonna say Jason, actually. I think Jason was probably the best guest character they had.
He aims to fan the flames of war even higher, to create the perfect world once envisioned by Big Boss.
I'm going to go further and say that Mortal Kombat 10 had the best cameo roster.
Fair. I think Bray takes that.
Which soldiers will always have a place.
He must be stopped before it's
Like, nothing against like the other games that came after, but 10 also looks like the best Mortal Kombat in terms of the models that they used. Like, 11 looks gross.
means
Like, I don't mean the fatalities, I mean just like the models and whatever like engine they use. It looks like a de-evolution of 10.
You want Liquid dead?
Was it 1?
I think one's the one that went back.
Isn't that right, Colonel?
I'm sorry. I know. This isn't justice.
And what are we
It's
now?
a
Are we on the
covert
3rd or 4th timeline for Mortal
A hired
Kombat?
hit.
Four.
A wet works op targeting the head of a major...
Yeah, because the roles have been reversed now, right? It's Raiden who's the successor and kind of apprentice to Liu Kang.
Yes. Mortal Kombat did have Kratos as a guest character in MK9. Yeah, but I don't think Kratos is very good as a guest character for Mortal Kombat, to be honest. Also,
He's not, and he plays weird.
Operation.
You are much better off trying to main Freddy.
Me?
Because of the military might of the PMCs.
Okay, I just want to clarify. Why are we having a discussion about killing Liquid like it's a bad thing at this point? Because to clarify, as far as I remember, Snake wants to kill Liquid. He never actually tries to be chill with his brother at any point. Now, granted, Liquid started it, to be fair.
So he has no reason to be chill with Liquid because he never knew he had a brother until he met Liquid at Shadow Moses.
Yeah.
And once he did, they didn't exactly hit it off.
But no, so this is the problem, because, like, Snake's like, whoa, you want to kill Liquid? Well, you know, like, implying that, like, that's not a good thing, but, like, Snake, you don't really give a fuck about your brother either. Why are we acting like you care at this point?
You didn't give a fuck about Solidus. As soon as you saw Solidus and you knew he was your brother, you tried to murk him as quickly as possible.
Dude, Solidus is such a fucked example, because at that point, Solidus hadn't even done shit to him. Snake's just like, no.
As far as Snake is concerned, Solidus is an in-page president who's bitter and is trying to take over a military facility. And he tries, which is infinitely more better than what Liquid did.
During the Cold War. One that described a new model for perpetual war. What we're facing now is a whole new ballgame.
Iron Mountain's Delphi technique.
That was fiction. It existed only on paper. The reality is far more serious. The global community is concerned, but they're all too afraid of the war economy collapsing to do anything about it. The UN, too.
Sounds pretty self-serving to me.
Snake. This mission isn't an order from Washington. Not like the old days. And it's not something the UN can officially sanction either. But we can't just look the other way while Liquid plots this insurrection. If we fail to act, he'll become the greatest threat the world has ever faced.
Is Capcom vs. SNK canon? No.
Snake. You're the only man I can trust.
Fine.
course, honey.
Our intelligence on Liquid's uprising originally comes via reports from U.S. Special Forces, who were mobilized after we at the UN reported our findings. They're tracking Liquid's movements. About 18 hours ago, he was spotted in the Middle East.
There's a rebel army in the Middle East, made up of ethnic minorities, waging civil war against the regime in power.
The core of that regime's army is provided by one of the PMCs under Liquid's control.
What about the rebels?
The local militias have hired small numbers of operators as trainers and field commanders. And of course, they've got help from the local
I like that you
PMCs.
can actually. Oh well, let me move my camera so you can
Right.
see Sunny over there in the
A
corner.
proxy war between hired guns.
PMC versus PMC. A quagmire of war. All too typical victims of the new world economy. Snake, you'll be sneaking into the conflict zone via transport truck, disguised as one of the rebel army's hired operators.
And we already saw this.
Your first objective is to make contact with our informants, Rat Patrol Team 01. They'll be expecting you.
Rat
Patrol, huh? They sound sneaky.
They're a special forces team assigned to the Army's PMC Investigation Unit, CID.
CID. The real rats of the Army.
No. I can vouch for them personally.
Friends of yours?
You could say that.
She's snooping. She smells tobacco.
Transportation to the area will be provided under cover of a UN humanitarian aid mission. With
Like
support
fucking
from
horror
the
movie, Dylan. What is that smell? You know what it is? It's like Grindel when he
And no
hears the
guarantees.
noise from down below in Beowulf.
And you must not leave behind any evidence of your involvement in the area, let alone that of the UN. If word of this ever leaked out, it would spark a global firestorm.
Otacon, try being like a decent parent.
Snake.
Did you see what Rocks looks
Will
like?
you
from
do
One
this
Piece?
for me?
Yeah, I saw.
I have not.
Will you terminate Liquid?
What does he look like? Good design?
Yeah, good design, but he looks like a more serious Blackbeard because it was officially confirmed that he's Blackbeard's dad.
The plot thickens.
It's just Nepal piece now.
Wait, does that make him Blackbeard's Zebek?
No. That would make him. Marshall D.
Marshall.
Zebek. Yeah.
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 So Teach would be the epitaph name then. That's not his last name. That'd be his epitaph.
It might be his mother's name. We don't know who his mom is. Teach might just be his mom's name.
Well, we might find out that on the Whitebeard Pirates before he betrayed them, like he was actually like apparently he was like helpful and he helped people a lot. It's just that when he found the fruit that he wanted.
So this one's actually kind of funny. So I actually read the Ace side story, and
Good? Very good?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But there's actually a joke between Thatch and Teach where they both look at each other and they're like, "There's one devil fruit that every man's after, one devil fruit that any man would kill someone over," and they're both looking at each other, and they're like, "It's the clear fruit," before they start busting out laughing. But it's just kind of funny because, like, yeah, they're actually good friends, and then you just remember that Teach kills him later on for the darkness fruit, and it's like, that's wild.
I'm not
So they both had
PMCs.
two different ideas on what fruit it was.
No, I think it's just a joke among like male sailors in One Piece that any dude wants the invisibility fruit.
Oh, right, so everyone just wanted to be Absalom.
Yes.
I don't need your money.
To be fair, I can't judge Sanji and I can't judge Absalom. I would also be a fucking menace.
This.
I believe you.
Oh, like you wouldn't.
Fine.
How dare you, Kyle? I'd be wholesome as
I'll
fuck.
start my own fire.
But yeah, so I saw the fight. Whitebeard does have to like actually try to like overpower Ace. There are statements that his like most powerful attack would hurt Whitebeard, but like.
Oh, are you telling me that this novel fucking hurts the scaling chain again? That fucks the scaling chain more?
No, it just basically confirms that Ace is able to deal with Haki. Ace is stronger than Jinbei, even when Jinbei was a full-on warlord. And Ace was he was more comparable to Yonko than he was to warlords.
Yeah, but this hurts because you also have to remember that like Smoker was very confident that in Alabasta he could take Ace.
Yeah, don't think about it. We're just gonna say Smoker's real one and move on.
It's not wrong.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
What's the situation?
I'm just inside the city limits. This place is crawling with lizards.
Ah, AT Corps' unmanned bipedal weapons. Officially designated Irving by the US military. They've spread like wildfire among the PMCs. There are more of those things now in service than tanks. They've got tough armor plating and are highly agile to boot. Your best bet is to stay out of their sights.
Unmanned. Pretty soon they'll have put living, breathing soldiers out of work.
Even so, that's an awful lot of gecko for this scenario. Their numbers exceed the war price for that region. It must have something to do with Liquid's arrival on the scene.
You really think he's here?
You'll have to find the Army's operatives and ask them yourself. Oh, and Snake, I went ahead and used the Mark II to scout out the area before your arrival. You'll find it up ahead.
Mark II?
It's a remote mobile terminal. Sonny and I built it. The Mark II will provide you with a map of the area as well as any battle situation data. You should find it before you do anything else.
Okay, got it.
The rendezvous point.
So how do you feel about
your map?
that the next Straw Hat is going to be Loki?
I think it's a false flag. I think Loki's going to end up dying by the end of the arc. So, I'm just gonna, because even if Loki becomes the next Straw Hat, then something has to change on the Sunny, and I don't think that's gonna happen unless Loki can change his like size. Because Loki's massive, even by the standards of other giants.
I'll be waiting for you there.
Holy shit, Kyle, we got some gameplay again.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't think it was real. Oh, wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. We're back in the cutscene.
Avoid unnecessary combat whenever possible.
We're going
In
black to
this
having
war,
3 souls.
neither side is your enemy. There's no point whatsoever in you getting into a fight. Got it?
See, you can tell this is a Kyle's gameplay because if it was, he'd be trying to shoot everyone in the dick.
Fuck you.
Oh, I'm being correct. You can also tell us in the Kyle's gameplay because this guy can actually successfully scout.
Please don't shoot!
I didn't realize Kyle was on the enemy team.
So what would you say? You think we're about 75% through Elbath, or you think we're probably at the middle of Elbath?
I think we're still at the middle because we're in the middle of the flashback, and the kids I think are still in danger and everything. So once the flashback ends, it's going to depend on how fast they get to the Holy Knights. I don't mind Loki. There's a good setup for him to be the Straw Hat, but Yamato had the same setup. Okay, because again, like it's just weird that he wouldn't pull the trigger.
Well, the problem is that Carrot also had the same setup.
I'm just waiting for Vivi to come back into the story as the final Straw Hat, since like that's what it sounds like the original plan was supposed to be, and apparently that's why they even came back. So I had to go for a bit. Yeah, Devil Gene is gone, excluding Reina and Hachigo clan. But Angel Jim was also combining both. As far as Jin Kazawa's powers, he still has them. Wild.
Do you think we'll have another arc after Elbath, or do you think it's going to go straight into the war for the One Piece?
It depends on how Elbath ends, but I'm fully convinced.
The world government's not enough to attack Elbath.
Well, they already. Well, I mean, they technically already are because the Holy Knights are already attacking Elbath. I think there's one more arc before the final war arc. I think there's gonna be a regrouping arc. It's gonna be a mini arc, but it'll be like them recovering and like getting their like forces ready. Because I'm still convinced Teach kills Shanks before the final battle.
So you think that you think Shiryu's gonna kill Mihawk and Blackbeard's gonna kill Shanks, and we're gonna have the entirety of the Straw Hat fleet just reconvene?
I think so. I think Blackbeard's gonna start picking off the other Yonkos.
You know what I can't wait for? In the middle of the war, Enderu is going to descend from the moon, and he's going to, after no training, be able to whoop the ass of everyone.
Enderu's like, I was just relaxing in space, but you guys' commotion was causing a problem.
While running to execute a
you have disturbed God.
Dodge enemy attacks and get past
I would just love if Emu's like, you like bear witness to a god, and then Anel just comes down like,
you can pick up guns dropped by both the militia and the PMCs. Remember though,
that would be.
Weapons are locked.
You want to talk about aura? That would be aura.
Yeah, June and Jim both have angel powers as a result of the island they grew up on. It basically makes them psychic and heal wounds. Let's see. That's weird. Yeah, there's not enough dick shooting going on, so it's going to be a bit of a weird situation to end Kyle's like journey with this, because there's just not enough dick shooting, but it is what it is. What's the term? Beggars can't be choosers. There's a suspicious amount of men still having their testicles intact.
We're in the wrong timeline.
This is a timeline where Snake became a decent person.
If you want me to, when we get to Riding Revengeance, I can line up the cuts so I strike from down up.
It's me, Snake.
You want me just to cut them off at the waist and then just like get out of blade mode?
Otacon.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Snake. Allow me to introduce Metal Gear Mark II.
Metal Gear.
That's right. Just like Rex.
kept you waiting, huh?
But this gear's not a weapon. It's a remote mobile terminal designed to provide you with operational support.
It's just like, Rex, don't you like it? Vietnam flashback.
I'm in the Nomad. Where else? I'll be watching you through the Mark II.
Wish I was good with gadgets.
Hey, I'll be with you in spirit. Anyway, because you had to dress up as a militiaman, I had the Mark II bring you some goodies. Starting with this. Put it on your left eye.
Looks like an eye patch.
I call it the Solid Eye. It's an all-purpose goggle that displays radar images and other data in 3D. You can also switch it over to light-amplifying night vision.
But yeah, Angel Jin and True Devil Kazuya stand at around country level.
They should be higher than that. Especially if you go by the arcade ending for Devil Jin.
The rebels are out there.
It looks
Why
like
don't we
they've got
talk
the
about the
government's
arcade ending
PMC
for Kazuya?
troops
That's
beat,
the good ending.
at least in numbers.
And this is their home turf.
Because Devil Jin has the stronger arcade ending.
But you'll need to protect yourself.
Unless you are really into Kazuya's fucking, like, shoe obsession.
What, you don't like shoes?
I've never understood people's obsession with shoes. They're just shit that go on your feet.
And Kazuya would kill you for saying that.
But I'm not wrong.
Operator.
I installed a
Kyle, as he's dying, you can kill me, but I'm not wrong.
suppressor. And here's a tranquilizer gun.
No, I'm sorry. Obsessing about shoes is weird.
How thoughtful.
It predates the implementation of the system. By some miracle, it was never recycled. It's getting tough these days finding decent guns that aren't controlled.
It's like people who get stiffy about like what kind of shirt you're wearing or what kind of pants you're wearing. It's like, they're just clothes, you weirdo.
So, I would like to just point something out for the record that Otacon says it's harder to find guns that aren't made after they've all become controlled. Otacon, you are a fucking genius. Are you telling me you can't have a gun custom made that doesn't have the chip in it?
I was going to say, you spent a good deal of time making this elaborate little Metal Gear. Are you telling me it's harder to make a gun? I'm sure if I gave you enough time, you could get it to shoot fucking lasers.
The whole Tekken story happened because Hayachi called Kazuya's Jordans fake.
Of course.
I believe it.
I'll follow you wherever you go. Like this. I'll activate stealth so it doesn't attract any attention.
Why did you throw our son off the volcano? Because he thought he had drip.
Freaking Hayachi just picking up his son. Dad, why? Because those clown shoes are not allowed in his family.
Got it.
Snake, the informants who said they saw liquid here should be a little further up. Head for the wrong.
Why are you going to throw me off? Because no son of mine can riz in that uniform.
Right corner of the solid eye. It's a war zone out there. Stay on your toes.
Snake, it's kind of a schlep, but I've sent you data on an alternate route. Follow the mark on your radar. You okay?
Again, just another example of this not being Kyle's gameplay because these men will not have their testicles eviscerated as we go past. You can almost feel Kyle's like trigger finger like flinch.
I've shot people in the head.
Yeah, it's not the head that's above their shoulders.
I have.
Yeah, and then what do you do when they're still alive?
I shoot them in the heart.
Maybe the heart of all men.
Where do we scale Hayachi? We don't fuck with Tekken enough to actually have like a legitimate idea of where they scale. I know at best if you want to get his feats, you basically scale him above like where the Jack 7s are.
I mean, you can just scale him comparable like Jin and Kaguya, to be honest. Like, they always consistently go up there.
I guess you could scale him to true Devil Kazuya because he technically does fight true Devil Kazuya.
I mean, he literally fights him to like a standstill, so. Although, to be fair, the Kazuya that fights Jin in Tekken 8 has absorbed the progenitor of the Devil Gene.
Yeah, he absorbs the power of Azrael.
So take that one as you will.
Yeah, depending on how you go about that, Defal got his and Geese Howard's versus match wrong.
What are you doing here?
Hayachi lost that one, didn't he?
I believe so, to be honest. I think Geese Howard's scaling is a little weird.
Wouldn't you just scale him to Terry?
Well, yeah, but again, this gets into the question about Terry scaling gets weird. SNK has weird scaling because downscaling is also like a serious problem with that franchise.
Wouldn't it also depend on what you consider canon for SNK, because that also technically crosses over if they're alive?
You would so Kula crosses over in DOA 6, and that's a Kula from a different dimension, which is heavily implied to be the original SNK. But the Mai of DOA is a Mai that is native to the DOA universe. So Kula's up for debate. Mai would be a DOA only. Hayachi can scale to Akuma, right? Kinda. It depends on what you want to scale Akuma and Tekken.
Yeah, because the Akuma in Tekken has been established to not be the Akuma from Street Fighter.
The best way I could say it is that when it comes to crossover characters, some of them are actually just crossovers, and some of them are meant to be characters within the world of that they're in, but they're not natively part of it. Although, from what I remember correctly, King of Fighters and Street Fighter being canon to each other is a little more debatable, because I think in Street Fighter 6, the crossover characters do reference the last interactions they have with the Capcom characters.
You mean those four ugly sons of bitches?
Sir, their appearance may be strange, but they demonstrated incredible combat abilities. We've already lost several units to them.
Hayachi destroyed the Earth's surface that Angel Jin and True Devil Kazuya fought on, which scales them to continent level. During the DLC Echoes? Right, because Hayachi got DLC when he came back to life.
Did he?
Oh yeah, Hayachi's alive again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So, he's probably gonna go beat the shit out of Kazuya now that Kazuya doesn't have the Devil Gene anymore.
Well, is Tekken even going to continue? Because 8 was a pre-definitive ending.
I think it has one more game in store. Because technically, well, you're familiar with Hayachi.
Oh, actually,
whatever, right?
Yeah. Because it's set up. It's set up his daughter to be the antagonist.
Yeah. Because apparently Hayachi's genes are just all garbage.
Which, depending on how you take how she, I forgot what her name is, but I she's actually really fun to play as. But depending on how you take how she talked about Hayachi, he was a good father to her.
Hayachi when his fucking child doesn't have the devil gene. I'm so proud of you. Also, so if I remember correctly, Hayachi survives because a random monk catches Hayachi before he falls into the lava.
How? We see Kazuya literally stare into the volcano, death staring the lava.
So apparently Kazuya looks away a little earlier, right before he hits the lava, and that's when the monk grabs him.
What?
Kazuya was too busy looking for his J's to notice that his dad survived. How strong is Jun Kazama? I do not know. Dark Lord. I do not scale Tekken all that much. Yeah, no, like, Tekken 7's ending is now completely fucking, like, ridiculous now.
Fucking... If Hayachi is back because of that, this shit could go on for fucking ever.
June scales to Ogre. The funniest part has to be that, like, these monks taught Hayachi to be a good person and to destroy his evil side, which he did, but then he remembered who he was and became evil again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but Hayachi's not technically evil.
He is. Apparently, everyone considers him just as bad as the others. Apparently, he is considered evil by everyone.
But Seven set him up to be like the unintentional hero trying to stop the devil gene. The devil gene.
Well, yeah, but I guess because of I guess it's because he's kind of like an ends justify the means guy. Everyone considers him a villain of the highest caliber.
Oh, is that why even his father doesn't like him?
Maybe his father doesn't like him because his father failed to fucking, throw him off a fucking building. Which is not high at all considering where we are. Is Ape Escape canon to Metal Gear or not? I do not know on that one. I don't think it is, though.
I've never seen a reference to Ape Escape.
Also, Reina always had the devil gene. She didn't gain it. The devil gene, due to retcon, had always been dormant. So, point in case, Hayachi really just wasn't feeling Kazuya.
Oh, hold it.
Wait, how did she have the devil gene? Did his wife have 2 children?
Are you really telling me that Hayachi is just a fucking... He just wants a fucking daddy's little girl situation? He just hates his son? No.
He just whispered in his ear, you should be a girl.
If you were born a girl, you would be worth something!
I wanted something to be proud of.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. Voila.
You're not with the militia, and you're not PMC.
I'm a weapons wholesaler. All shapes, all sizes. But there's no need to worry, because all my shit's been laundered.
Laundered?
You see, I take ID guns like the PMCs use and make some mods. Then you can use them without having to match IDs. In other words, I'm a gun launderer. You can call me.
The more, Abyss is right. The more I'm trying to put together Tekken's story in my head, the more fucking absurd and convoluted it gets. And then you add Lars into the mix, and it's just like, what the fuck?
So all I'm convinced on now is that Hayachi just hated his sons and just really wanted a fucking group of daughters.
Ben.
Yeah, they use that for all of us.
There are more of you.
All over the world. Not that I have
Hayachi, the reverse of every father ever.
Me, I'm Drebin number 893. registered PMC employee.
Where Soul Calibur take place in Tekken? It does not.
You need
It,
a guy.
it technically doesn't. It's another universe.
Consider it a welcome gift. Take it. The M4, the official carbine model used by the U.S. Army, developed from the M16 service rifle. This one's a top-of-the-line model, real popular with the big PMCs. High precision.
Reina's mother is unknown and is, as far as we know, was someone probably from Kazumi's clan. And it's canon that Hayachi has like around 20 bastard children running around due to Harada. Look at Lars.
Not like that government issue shit. It's, free-floating, of course. Relax.
I wish I could sling dick like Hayachi.
Is the hider CQC compatible?
The beauty of this sucker is that it's got a lot of customizable parts. Change it up the way you want to meet your everyday need.
Maybe it's the hairstyle. Maybe I need to go for the hair.
Not bad.
Yeah, well, you know, I get a lot of noobs around here. And if you need them, I got a wide selection of aftermarket parts as well.
The frame's pretty rigid. No rattle.
Go ahead, give her a squeeze.
I can't pull the trigger.
Really? That's weird.
What's weird?
Wait, I got it. I bet you're using an older generation of nanomachines.
Older generation?
Sometimes they don't really jibe with the new system.
Seriously, who are you?
Whoa. Slow down.
I like how this guy's just being genuinely chill about everything and Snake's just being like so rude
My day
about it.
job's working at AT Security. I'm in charge of production control. So I get my hands on all the ID chips before they even register. Have a sip. It's a side of AT the public don't see. From the looks of it, you ain't with any state
Look,
army.
Abyss, all it sounds like is that Hayachi's just a reasonable
But
guy.
you ain't exactly green, neither.
What's it with fighting games and having...
Nanomachines. So I'm guessing former U.S. Army. I don't know what you're here for. But you want to be well equipped, am I right? So, can we talk business or what? You won't regret it.
Happy birthday, Box. Give me something good, baby.
This is not a part of the game.
What's your take on Emoticon?
I don't particularly like the guy. But it looks like we'll need his help with those ID guns. Sonny's been doing a little sleuthing for us. Drebin, a well-known gun launderer in war economy circles. He's a businessman who deals mainly
So what is it
in
with
black market
fighting games and convoluted storylines?
They have to keep the fight going somehow. They can't all be dead or alive.
arms to small PMCs and local militia. Somalia, the Balkans, Lebanon, Darfur, Chechnya.
Funny thing is, the whole reason Hayachi put Kazumi on a t-shirt was because of the devil gene, and that's why he threw Kazuya over the cliff, according to Seven, to spare him. Now here's Reina.
Timor, Peru, the Punjab,
Reina can
Kashmir,
handle it.
Colombia.
Kazuya couldn't.
This guy really gets around.
How's he pull it off, anyway?
You can create a non-ID gun by replacing the ID recognition chip with a counterfeit version. This enables you to bypass the ID recognition process and use the gun. The problem is that there's still a record of the chip being replaced on the system side.
In hindsight, it's just like Guilty Gear might be the most straightforward of the fucking fighting games to make sense of.
The Patriots are involved somehow.
I'm not so sure. If the Patriots were running the system from behind the scenes, then a weasel like Drebin would be a real pain in their collective ass.
Can he be trusted?
Remember, Drebin's a green collar. He makes his living off the war economy. He doesn't let emotions get in the way of business, and he never gets his own hands dirty. The only thing he trusts is money. I share your concern, but what if we keep him at arm's length? Use him only to get intel and the supplies we need. Keep it strictly business.
All right.
So, we ready to make a deal or what? Okay then, let's talk business. This is a war zone. There's product coming in here by the truckload. And you'll be picking up a lot of guns in the field, I'm sure. Whatever guns you don't need, I'll take and buy them off you. That'll earn you points you can cash in for services.
Like what?
I'll launder your ID guns, no more locks. And I can also sell you the guns I've got in stock. Let me show you.
Actually, a pretty good businessman, all things considered.
He's a very reputable man.
Indeed.
To ensure you can use non-ID guns, I'm gonna have to suppress the old nanomachines you got in you. Otherwise, they'll interfere with the system. Here, stick yourself with this. It's full of suppressor nanomachines. Relax, it won't hurt. You're scared of needles or something?
Yoshimitsu is more of a title than a person, which is why Yoshi is so drastically distant design each iteration. The Yoshi in Tekken is a descendant of the one in Soul Calibur, who was the first Yoshi. Really?
Is it kind of like, what's the luchador called in Tekken? Shit. Any other day, I wouldn't know his name.
See? No sweat. Now you can use non-ID
That's it.
No problem. Hey, be nice to our guest.
But what's weird is that Yoshi is the same in each Tekken game because of his
Step
relationship with
outside.
Brian. I have no idea where he got those tentacles from.
Boo.
There you see? No problem. From now on, when you pick up an ID gun that says lock, you just let me know. You name it, I can launder it. Of course, it'll cost you. The going rate depends on the war price at the time.
You know who I struggle to find an actual good fight for Chris Redfield?
Not a lot of people with connections.
No, you'd think, because of what Chris does, you'd be able to find something easily, but he's not.
It'll rest.
Like, the best of the thing is, like, maybe Tank from Call of Duty Zombies, but that's, like, stretching it.
Bruh. The king we have in Tekken 8 is the overfit of the church fostered by the original king. The original king got murdered by Ogre. Damn.
You're doing pretty well for yourself.
You might say that. What with the war economy and all, and the system clamping down on things. System codes are the law now, and control's essentially absolute, paving the way for fat profits if you're willing to bend the law. Demand keeps on growing thanks to the war economy. I sell ID guns to the PMC and state armies, and naked guns to terrorist groups and paramilitaries. And these ID guns can't be sold on the black market.
I was thinking if I could get it to work well, how do you feel about doing a general manager season mode with me where we both verse each other in SmackDown versus Raw, where you take one of the brands and take the other brand and we see who can make the best show over the course of a season?
Not a bad idea, but I'd have to see how it works because I'm not too familiar with that mode.
It's not difficult at all. I'll put like if you want me to, I can put like unlimited money and no injuries on and shit like that.
What? what did you do to your what did you do to your fucking sorry fucking what did you do to your mic?
No, I had to go from the phone to the computer because my phone died.
No, that's fine. Yeah, because I accidentally fucking clicked on something. But yeah, no. All right. Let us continue.
He's big and bloated. The fatter the PMCs get, the line between civilians and soldiers is gonna get real blurry.
You guys don't see
Well,
this.
speaking of how the names work, we could just have it be called Zindown versus Rise Balrog.
More like we're all gonna be fighting proxy wars.
It's actually pretty fun mode. You get to choose your own rosters, and you get to pick your own champions. Off stream, I'll tell you how it all works, but I'm not gonna like leave you in the lurch because I've done that a couple of times. I'm not gonna completely like fuck you over.
Yeah. No, like me. Once we work on everything, I'll take a look and see like what the game actually plays like. I got a couple of games.
It doesn't have to sound like anything like what we'll do. You won't have to watch every match, but just like maybe like 2 or 3 that we choose per week, and we'll fucking have those to play out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, base. I got a couple of games. Some of them I can stream, some of them I can't.
You're a green collar too, aren't you? Yeah, it's in your eyes. You've seen a lot of combat.
What makes you think you know me?
Nothing to be ashamed of. I'm the same way. I grew up here too. I got no interest in the outside world.
I want people to remember this is a video game.
If you need me, holla. We specialize in speedy service. Catch my drift?
To be honest, I forgot to.
I have you.
Sim should have got me popcorn if you were going to do this. We are not going to do the whole 12 hours today. It's going to be
over 12 hours today. This is going to be over the over a couple of weeks.
But Drebin does have a point. The world depends on war, on the war economy. Can you imagine what would happen if war just disappeared overnight?
Otacon, you and
I watched the Death Battle downplay Ryu Hayabusa. We watched that one, didn't we, when we did the Death Battle streams?
Yes, we've already talked about that.
Or did we just watch the fight?
I'm fairly confident we watched that Death Battle.
What did you mean by that?
That was during Season 1. Season 1's not renowned for having the best research.
I think that one was Season 2.
Was it?
Well, actually, it might have been Season 4 or 5.
Did it come after or before Goku vs. Superman 1? Because that's the end of Season 1.
I'm pretty sure it came out a while after.
One that fluctuates according to demand, not only for PMCs and military industry, but for the production, distribution, and...
Yeah, I would still say it's probably still in the regards of episodes that aren't great for... None of them are great for research, but this is like really, really bad where Ben was doing it by himself, and he didn't know how to scale.
It's been growing by leaps and bounds, and
Fucking arguments say that he still doesn't know how to scale now.
fighting in any given area becomes increasingly
Well,
intense
it's
and
okay,
prolonged.
because he's not the one who really scales these days.
No doubt Drebin...
No, they outsource, which is where most of the problems come in.
The higher service prices are going to get.
Which is funny, because like the only time they ever had input was to have Dante beat Bayonetta, and by their own research it was wrong, but the actual doing the research it was correct.
The better the bargains.
That's the weirdest thing, wasn't it? They got it right. For all the reasons.
Yes.
2 to deal with Drebin from here on
Where is
out.
that battle scale were you at? Was it
He's what you
2?
might call a street
I'm not too sure. It's
The
been a
Mark II can
while.
act as a kind of delivery boy.
It wasn't high.
I'm adding a Drebin menu item to the Mark II's
I'm sure if they were to tackle him nowadays, they would do a way better job.
Any extras will automatically be sold to Drebin.
Well, surely when
What's inside gets added to
Ninja Gaiden 4 comes out, they'll probably try and find something for him, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Actually, when is Ninja Gaiden 4 dropping? I gotta remember that.
You keep the ammo, and the weapon itself.
Yeah, when is that dropping? I might go through the trilogy again just to get hyped up before.
I mean, I played Ninja Gaiden 2, the remake, and it was fantastic.
To unlock ID guns or buy new weapons.
Sounds good.
What, when the times where the enemy was sniping you off screen when you're thinking
You, Snake. You know, freelance green collars who collect weapons in exchange for services?
Guess I'll have to rely on him for now.
Okay, now go.
The funny thing I've come to realize the older I get is people misjudge how hard 1 and 2 are. And I think it's mostly because of the camera angle and how weird the controls are sometimes that make it hard. Because I think we had this discussion where it's like, is a game genuinely hard, or is it the controls and the camera that make it fucking hard?
Yeah.
Real only has 2 matchups, which was Kratos with Dante, right? No. You'll find Ryu is usually matched up against more ninja-oriented characters than hack and slash characters.
Okay, so he is right, but we're gonna go ahead and call it here at the 1 hour and 2 minute mark, since we're not gonna be here for too much longer because I gotta go to sleep for work. So in 2 hours roughly, we got through 1 hour. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign for how this is gonna go. Oh man, it's gonna be some weeks. But so with that said, Kyle, do you have anything you want to say, or are we good to just call it there?
I made 0 progress when it came to some personal stuff, so the Toyco video and the Bakugan video will come out when they come out. Other than that, again, I didn't get any research done, so I'm still working on Crash vs. Spyro, but it will come out whenever you're lucky enough that it comes out.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I am working on stuff behind the scenes. It's just taking longer than I would have expected. So
yeah, other than that, me and Zim do have like a bunch of projects on things that we plan on doing and together. Like we've still got to redo the Rock reviews, which we still do plan to do at some point. But we're kind of like waiting for a lot of the series to kind of finish up, and probably also the side mangas, so we can like get everything in order. Other than that, we still plan on doing matchups like Ray versus Polnareff, Ada versus Ocelot, and Salem versus Sukuna. But, you know, whenever those come out, we'll be up to, you know,
the time.
If
the time allows it. But yeah. Alright, so with that said, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys on the next stream or video. Take care, everybody. Have a nice night.